What's up, guys? I wanted to bring you a quick video today since I haven't been able to make one in a while. This video is going to be about the flagship phones that have been released or going to be announced so far this year, that being the Galaxy S6, HTC One M9, and the LG G4. Before I start, I know people might ask if I'm going to buy any of these phones, and I just want to answer that by saying, possibly. Now, in terms of the OnePlus One, honestly, the battery's been having some issues lately with Google Play services and things like that. And so the only way to fix that is to get Lollipop and some form of ROM on your device. And right now, the only official option for that is Oxygen OS, which is made directly by OnePlus, but it doesn't have a lot of features yet. I've gotten really used to Cyanogen 11 on there, and I'm waiting for Cyanogen 12, which is actually supposed to be here any day now. It's past certification, so fingers crossed for that over-the-air update soon. So the first phone I want to go after is the Galaxy S6. That was the second one to come out because I think the HTC beat it to the market. But it's just going to have a regular, as it has a 5.1-inch display, but this time it's Quad HD, and I believe it has 577 pixels per inch, so it's a pretty high-resolution screen, and of these phones, it's supposedly one of the best. Obviously, with the G4, we don't know yet, just because we haven't physically seen that phone. We've just seen leaks today. On with the GS6, though, it's supposed to have a 16-megapixel camera and an Exynos Samsung-built octa-core processor along with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So it's supposed to be a pretty fast phone for what you're buying it for, because $200 3 years ago didn't get you that, and the technology's come a long way. One of the things for the S6 that's really big in my book is the wireless charging, and they're giving you a free wireless charging pad at Best Buy. I don't know about if you buy it from a carrier, but they're giving you a wireless charging pad where you can just throw the phone down and it'll charge. As with the rest of these phones, it will be running Lollipop. Best Buy specifically said that this is running Android 5.0.2. That might be updated since the factory. And of course, with this model, it will be running TouchWiz. With the S6, you'll be getting, by default, 32 gigabytes of storage. And this model, of course, is the base model, so that's $199 on contract and $600 odd dollars if you're buying it online. Now, some people probably want me to talk about the Galaxy 6 Edge. And honestly, I'm not a fan of it. If you want me to talk about it, that means you probably know what it is, and I don't even need to address it. This is just an informational video. And in terms of the S6 Edge, it's a cool idea. It's cool that they've been able to build touchscreen into a curved interface, but I feel like you're going to have lots of accidental touches when you're gripping that phone in your hand. It seems like something you have to carefully hold flat in your hand or on a table to not mess up. All right, moving on to the HTC One M9. A lot of people have been attacking the One M9, including myself, for being more of the same when compared to last year's One M8, and I'll get into some of the reasons why it's pretty similar. So the first way that this gets left in the dust by things like the Galaxy S6 is it's a 5-inch screen, which is what I prefer. It's not too big and it's not too small, but at the same time, it's only a 1080p resolution, and last year that was great. But this year, everybody's going Quad HD. The LG G3 was already above 1080p last year. So the fact that Galaxy S6 is almost twice the resolution says a lot. Now, last year, HTC kind of made themselves seem all high and mighty with the megapixel battle. They tried to say that companies like Samsung that make a huge deal out of phone megapixels don't really know what they're talking about, which to a degree is true. Megapixels aren't everything. It has to do with the optics and things like that. That's why the iPhone is able to do so much with 8 megapixels. But this year, they seem to be backing off of that. They're running on 20.7 megapixels. So last year when they had 4 megapixels officially, they were using ultra pixels to do true optics, stabilization, color reproduction, things like that. And now they're backing off of that and kind of forgetting that that's what they were asserting last year, so it's kind of weird. Now, like the S6, it's also octa-core and runs a Snapdragon octa-core chip with 3 gigs of RAM, but supposedly this is having overheating issues, and HTC's supposed way of remedying this is to basically downclock the CPU, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an octa-core CPU in your phone. Now, with this, you'll get Android 5.0 Lollipop with HTC Sense over top, and then you'll also get a 32 gigabyte storage. But unlike the S6, you will have the option of adding a micro SD card, which is kind of cool. A lot of phones are getting rid of that these days, so it's nice to see that some people still value it. Also, this will be $199 on contract, like the other phone, and so they're pretty even in that respect, so it's a lot of preference. If you had a One M8 last year and you want something different, you might go with the S6 just because the M9 is basically what you already have. One last thing to note about the HTC One M9, though, is protection, and basically what it is and within 1 year, if you drop it, break it, spill it in water, lose it in the ocean or something like that, you get free replacement. You get one, it seems that it's limited to, and you have to also send HTC the broken device to prove that you actually broke it and you're not just ripping them off for another one M9. But it seems like a pretty good deal. If you're an accident-prone person, that might be the deal for you. Just today, the LG G4 was leaked. A lot of pictures have been posted on websites like The Verge, Engadget, things like that, and some seemingly official photos of the phone. Nothing official spec-wise, but a lot has been learned about it, and I guess we'll have to wait until the end of the month to see if the rumors are true. It's going to have a Quad HD screen and a 5.5-inch form factor, a 16-megapixel camera with laser autofocus that's supposed to make it a better camera than the One M9 and the S6. We'll see how that turns out once we actually get our hands on the thing. But other than that, there's not a whole lot we know besides that it's still going to have an SD slot and a removable battery, whereas the other two phones, the battery's embedded and you can't take it out if it breaks. Now, overall, I think these are all awesome phones that you can have the option of upgrading to if you have an upgrade. I have an upgrade waiting on me. Like I said, I'm waiting to see if Cyanogen Mod 12 fixes my battery woes on my OnePlus One. But other than that, if it doesn't, I might be upgrading to one of these three phones after April ends when the G4 officially gets released. So if you're watching this, I just want to know in the comments below or on Twitter or something like that, if you're upgrading to one of these phones, what are you upgrading to and why? Are you waiting for the G4 or are you going for the S6 right now? I just want to hear what you have to say. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video, and I hope to be making more videos soon as long as my schedule keeps staying open and not as crazy as it has been over the past semester. I'll see you guys in the next one.